Okay, beautiful people, thank you so much for joining me once again. I appreciate each and every one of you. Many of you who miss me. What is Official Survivor? Yeah, I'm here. I was actually dealing with my fashion designer. We are trying to take measurement and things so that they can finish my Korea outfit for me because we are getting ready for South Africa and Korea. So I told you in my previous video before I went off a bit that my name is now Hetsion. That's my name. Whether you like it or not, that's my Hetsion. That's my new name. So I'm working on the outfit and I was having some struggle, the design that I wanted and all that. So anyway, if you're already here, kindly hit the like button for me. South Africans, don't be angry. You know, this is part of a way to bring back the vibe. All right. So learn a lesson from this. Family, this man on your screen right here in Burkina Faso. This man, his name is Bassolma Bazié. I know many of you watch a couple of his videos, right? In French, some of them were translated. He just dropped something. You know, you hold on. Let me introduce him to you first. This is the Minister of State for Civil Service, Labor and Social Protection of Burkina Faso. He has become the face of the revolution when it comes to communication. This man has been communicating effectively what the revolution is about. You know, Captain Traoré and his government, they are into, you know, the action part and carrying the people along when it comes to communication, because you cannot carry a revolution without the people understanding what you are passing out and carrying the message out and sending warning out there to, you know, the enemies also is a different case altogether. So this man has become the face of the revolution when it comes to communication. He communicates effectively. When he communicates, even a child, 2-year-old child can understand what he's saying. He's so clear in his delivery. This man, every of his message is connected to the agenda of the government of Burkina Faso. He is carrying out his responsibility. He's decoding the mind of the youth. I think when the whole thing started, this whole revolution started in Burkina Faso, Traoré had been doing something. I think every month, the beginning of every month, he always pass a message. And he also always make them also to communicate with the people effectively, because he said it from the beginning that one of the things that they will be doing is communicating and carrying the people along so that the people cannot be misled. All right, or nobody will mislead the people. But it looked like the job is now much more easier because Traoré have been doing that. I mean, constantly. But it looked like the job is now become so easier because this man coming on board has made everything much more easier when it comes to communication. Family, the chairman dropped certain things that you just have to know about. He spoke about 4 key things that we are going to talk about right now. You know, most of the time you speak French, but unfortunately we are from the English community. But thanks to technology today, we can understand what he's saying. Just that AI cannot get our accent, but yet we will understand what he's saying, family. He spoke about 4 things: permission, weapons, culture, and medicine. Medicine part is very, very, very important to you, for your children, for me, for all of us. It's something that we cannot miss. That part is very, very important to me, family. That part is something that all of us, we need to listen to that. It's one thing that you never regret, and you take a serious precaution for your children, for my children, for the younger generation, and for you yourself. It's very necessary because it raises certain things that many of you, I know you will be asking those questions. Permission. When Burkina Faso, how France have been using their veto power to block weapons, when Burkina Faso government, they're trying to buy weapons, and if the weapon they're trying to buy, these are serious weapons that can clear out the T individual and the prodigal sons which are now residing in Nigeria. When they were in Burkina Faso, chairman will go and use his veto power to stop it. This man is talking about how rules and regulation were set by chairman. Yeah, chairman right here. How rules and regulations were set that Burkina Faso cannot partner with any other person apart from chairman. They need to ask permission from chairman if we should partner with this one, or we should partner with this one, or we should partner with this one. Any partnership Burkina Faso need to have, you need to ask permission from chairman, and chairman need to look into it if it is of his benefit, if it is not going to be of his benefit, and then he has the right to tell you that you cannot partner with this person, you cannot partner with this person. The minister is sending warning and telling chairman that we are going to partner with everybody.
We inform your boss, your father, that we are going to change partners. What he had told the former presidents, that it is written, said secretly that he must not change partners there. We are going to change. We are ready to die for that. And we say, your representatives who are in the country, who are ambassadors, we tell them that we are going to start looking where our interests are, where we will change. The ambassador who thinks he doesn't like it, the borders are not closed. Pack your bag and leave. Because we are going to change. We will no longer keep ordering weapons. You want to order weapons? Yes, you must inform the ECOWAS. You must inform the European Union. If it doesn't get blocked there, you have to inform France. And when France considers that, really, it has no interest, it uses its veto by writing to where you ordered the weapon. There's no need to deliver the weapons. You go to their bank to take a loan to pay for weapons, they say no. They don't give loans to pay for lethal weapons, lethal objects. Oh, really? It's not mosquitoes dying here. First, we change partnerships, we change partners, and we look among the partners to see who makes the very good weapons. Then, we also go to their factory, we look, and then we order. And in this way of ordering, we will even find that those who told us not to buy elsewhere were already secretly buying to put their brand on it and then sell it back to us at a high price.
Let's sit down, we'll look at each other. You're here, right? We're here too. We don't know where we came from.
So, there is a security battle to be fought to achieve this security sovereignty. Political sovereignty means no longer continuing as before. Since 1960 to today, what kind of election haven't we done? What has it given us? We hold the elections, we give money, project money. They go, they sell the country.
They take a 10 billion project to come build the school. They make papers to say, no, everything is correct. He takes 4 billion. He goes to write an account at their place. Over there, he puts it in. They themselves know he is a thief. He does nothing. He brought back 4 billion. If the partnership is good, why don't you bring it back? Why don't you denounce it? And then we live like that. No.
Now, in the issue of weapons, when he was talking about this weapon thing, Traore made it clear recently. I know many of you watched that video where he said that most of the time when they want to get weapons, the West don't want to give them the weapons they can use to defeat these people. But when they go on the field, these same people have access to these weapons. And they've been asking themselves, where do they get it from? If you can't give it to us because you said we are committing, violation against human, and these humans that you said we are committing violence against, they are buying our people. And they are handling the same weapon you said we shouldn't have access to. So that is why they turn to Russia, China, and other people. I've said it countless times. So he's re-echoing, educating the people, because many of the people who are asking questions, now you went to Russia, you are not turning to China, and what is the, this is the reason why the man is recommunicating and clearing the mind of the youth. Now, culture-wise,
take a ladder on the ground leaning against the wall, tell an Englishman to walk under it. He will never do it. The worst insult you can give to a Chinese person is to say, oh, there's a meal served, there are spoons, there are forks. If they don't respond, it's because they know how to handle it. Otherwise, for them, it's their chopsticks. It's cultural. Yet they manufacture spoons, they manufacture forks there. Why are we considered backward?
In this regard, you can see that this is something that has eaten Africans. It has eaten to the core of Africans. Everything you do as African. The world is now designed in such a way that if you want to do things as Africans, then you are called a villager. You are called somebody who is not civilized. You are called somebody who is backwards. But the Chinese, these people, they don't use spoon. They use their chopstick. It has been their tradition and then their culture from culture, right? Yeah, their culture from time memorial, they kept it up to now. The Chinese have so many things that they value, which are their cultural practices. Up to now, they will not leave it. But these are the people who use stick to eat, but they are producing the fork and the spoon for us. To be an insult for you to tell them that them using chopstick is a village life. But Africans, whenever you want to do something yourself, like anything you want to do, and it is African culture, then it's like, that is village life. When you go to church right now, everybody is in suit. Those who are in suit and in their, these are the people that they respect. When you wear suit, you look like you are more educated and all that. Dress in your African, vibe and go to church or go to places like this. So first of all, they will see you as somebody who is a juju man, somebody who, there's perception that Africans, when we do our things, we are backwards. It has affected us. The Chinese are not considered backwards. But why are we considered backwards? Before we even move forward, I remember there was a time I went to a particular party at Dambai. So when we went to the party, we were at a long round table and the food was served. And me and my colleagues, when we got there, they served the food with, how do you call it? Fork and knife, and then they brought the fork and knife, and then I don't know how to use fork and knife, and then they brought the fork and knife. I was looking at the whole thing. Everybody, surprisingly, most of the people at the table, they don't know how to use the fork and knife. I was looking at their faces. I say, give me the bottled water over there. They brought the bottled water. I washed my hand. I started using my hand. Everybody follow me on the table.
God have mercy upon us.
They started to be ashamed of. You understand? I have my hands. So what I'm trying to say is that, you know, sometimes we are coded in such a way that we can't do things on our own. We need to do things like the West before we are civilized. No. So he decoded that thing right there. Now, the issue of medicine, family.
The main thing is to have confidence in the head of state. The second element of difficulty is the health issue. We're all sitting here swallowing pills, taking vaccines. Who knows what they're made of? Who made that? Get a prescription here. That is take a plane. Go to Europe. Go to a pharmacy. None of these products will be found. So what are they sending us? They are the ones who know what they put in. That means after the physical war with weapons, they can decide through those medical products to destroy us. They say they give us injections, make us drink things. How should I say? Products, but it contains what proves that they haven't programmed our death in 15 years, 10 years for a certain age group? What proves that we are not programming the youth, the children, for advanced sterility? When we go to schools, they say, yes, there is the North plan, there is family planning. Even a child who hasn't even had a child yet, you give them elements, injections. Yes, that it's to control birth. What birth? It's to destroy Africans in a programmed way over a period. We must not accept it. That is why the head of state said, we will gradually return not only to planting medicinal plants, and then also, technically, those who study abroad, when they return, we should start making our own products. And moreover, in hospitals, we should now involve our elders who are very advanced in traditional medical treatment.
They must be included. They are not unbelievers. They are not people who know nothing. Because when you tell me, yes, we sent a vaccine, there is such a disease, they are the ones who first go into their laboratory. They create their microbes. They come, they test them on us.
And then now they send a product. Maybe the product itself is more dangerous than the microbe.
That statement chairman made when he said that if they give you prescription here, you receive prescription from your doctor or your whatever, your medical expert, take it to wherever in the Western countries, France, USA, you will not see those medicine on their counter. What they have there is different from what we have here. And he's asking the question, what is the proof that we are not being programmed and all that? This is a thing that we need to have conversation about, because I myself have been asking this question. I don't know how many of you have realized that the generation Alpha, let's leave the generation Alpha, and talk about the Gen Z. When you look at the Gen Z, right now the Gen Zs are in their 14 years to, 29 years, getting to their 30s and all that, right? Now, when you come to the millennial generation, how many of you notice that these days, it is difficult for the millennial generation to cross 40 years to 50 years. When you are in your 40s, you are in your critical stage. If it is not some sickness or some heart disease or blood pressure or hepatitis or whatever it is, somehow, anyhow, many of them land at the hospital for whatever reason, and then it is difficult to cross 40 to 50, the millennial generation. I don't know how many of you are paying attention. Apart from the fact that generation X, right, the Gen X, these people are in their, late 50s and then early 60s, thereabout, okay, for now. These are the people that are able to cross, and then they are in their 60s, and some of them crossing 50 and going. But the millennial generation, it is difficult. When you get to 40, you are in critical era, or when you are in your late 30, it's like, you don't know. And these days too, the sicknesses, there's no longer cure. They will put you on medication and then you keep coming and keep coming and keep coming and keep coming until, so the medicines are not stabilizing us instead of, how do you call it, actually healing. That's the question people are asking. What is going on? So when the chairman raised this issue, I'm like, yo, the things they are putting in here from childbirth, is it programming us, to certain age? We don't know. But it is like from 40 going, there's a problem this day. It's difficult for people to cross 40 to 50, the millennial generation I'm talking about. And the Gen Zs, we don't know the future of the Gen Zs. When you look at the Gen Zs these days, 23, 25, they have kidney disease, kidney failure. These are generations, the moment you are born now, and at long run, you don't know what is going on. So this thing that he raised, I can't go down into deep, but he raised a serious question about sovereignty when it comes to our health. What is going on? I'm very particular about this. But family, let me know your thought in the comment section.